Welcome back to Cozy Womb Podcast. My name is Shan. This is season 12, episode 2. What grade do you deserve? All right. And we are now recording on Anchor FM, right? But my host is Red Circle. And if you would like to donate to the Cozy Womb show, you can in the Cozy Womb link in the bio of this episode. But this episode today, what grade do you deserve? You might think I'm talking about kids or school with kids, but I'm actually talking about parents. If we had to be graded on our parenting, what do you think you deserve as a parent? Do you show up? What is your attendance like? What is your effort like? Is it better than it was last year? Are you emotionally connecting? Are you teaching your child as well as their teacher? Are you financially giving in a balanced way like the other parent? All of these things. If you could get a grade of an A, B, C, D, or F, what would you have, honestly? You ever thought about that? Well, this show is just about that after these messages. Hey, if you're interested in running an ad or talking about your show or your business, I have space for you here on Cozy Womb Podcast, okay? You can get pre-roll or mid-roll. And if you're looking to connect, you can connect with me at Cozy Womb Pod on IG, Twitter. And you can email me at cozywombbmama@gmail.com. Let's get back into today's show.
Here we go.
Back to the show.
Back to the show.
So what if parenting actually had a grade scale? All right. Now, for me, I thought. And every time I got around the letter grade of C, B, and A, it got a little bit tricky, right? But F, of course, it's always easy to do less, to say less. D, that was kind of easy too, but that C, B, A part was kind of hard for me. So I'm going to work my way up because that's how I had to do it. So let's start with the bad grade, the F. The dun. No parent wants an F unless you're really striving for an F, right? And if you're really striving for an F as a grade as a parent, I'm really starting to think that you need to find some therapy. Maybe something was done to you as a child where you feel like because you didn't have or you got through a struggle, your child should be able to get through a struggle and deal with it. And that method doesn't help anybody. So if that's you as a parent, clearly it's too late. You're a parent and it would benefit yourself and the child or the children if you sought out, some type of therapy, someone to talk to, a mentor, to figure out why you feel that it's okay to inflict the same upbringing that you had that was a struggle for you, for your child, just because you got through it, right? And I think a F as a grade for a parent would mean these things. 1, you're not available. You don't want to be available. You're not attentive. You're forgetful. You're focused on the basics sometimes in a obligation way where your child starts to feel like you don't want to do the things that you do for them, but you're doing the bare minimum so people can't say you didn't do anything, right? Or, you force your childhood issues on your kids. Well, I didn't have this and I ain't have that, so you better figure it out. Well, you're dumb. That's why you don't know how to do your schoolwork. Instead of like, your child could actually be struggling and needs to be taught a different way, and you can teach them a different way. So I think a parent that easily gives up on their children is a parent that deserves an F. Failure to appear, failure to give their best presentation and their best effort is a F parent, okay? There's another word that I would like to use, but I can't. All right, let's move Let's move a notch up to the D grade parent. The D grade parent is not informed of their kids' wants and needs. They don't ask. They don't tell policy. You know what I'm saying? They really shrug. Like, if they know, they know. If they don't, they don't. They're not really bothered by it. They don't know where their son is. They don't know where their daughter is. Last time I saw them, they was with their mama. Last time I saw them, they was with their granny. They go and feed them. I don't need to call and check in. Oh, the phone works both ways. That type of parent is a D parent, where they feel like the child should be searching, looking for them, instead of them checking in on their child. If, they're home with their kids, they somewhere in the house. Well, did you see them today? Did they eat today? Did they go to school today? They don't know. They don't know. They take it as, they know what they're supposed to do. They know where they're supposed to be at. They better be at such and such, but you haven't checked in on them. You don't check homework. You don't ask them what's going on in their life, how's school. You're not involved in any after school activities. You don't know your kids' teachers. You don't know your kids' friends, but you let them go wherever and they just know the address, so you just hope that they get back in time. But you're not really checking in, right? You allow your kids to roam the streets, the neighborhood. You allow them to go to whoever's house. You don't check in. You are probably a fast food parent where you never really cook. You buy a whole bunch of junk food. You let them go to the bodegas that have expired foods. You let them eat whatever leftovers is what you give them. You think of them after yourself, meaning you will go out to eat and cook or whatever, have whatever nice things for yourself, and you give them oodles and noodles, or barely, not even, some crackers. I don't get paid until Friday, so you better make it work. You're the parent. You're not supposed to do that. Or you're very materialistic, where you feel like you are the only person that should have nice things, comfortable things, and they should have whatever you give them, right? You had to toe in name brand clothes, and they got holes in their socks. They don't have good uniforms. Their clothes got stain on it. You don't know the last time you combed your daughter's hair. You won't take your son to the barbers because you rather spend, the money on you getting your nails done. All of this just unbalanced parenting is going on, right? Or you could be this parent. You don't know how your child is doing academically. You don't talk to their teachers. They're falling behind in school, but instead of you help them academically, you buy them cute clothes and hope that they're cute enough to be able to make friends or be popular, or the teachers may, pity them and just move them on without them, getting a lot of attention for the fact that they're not doing what they need to do. You buy them once and you don't inquire about their needs. And you don't know how they're doing academically, nor do you want to check. That is a D parent. You deserve a D. Okay? You need to be putting in more effort, and you need to be doing better. Your child deserves better. What is a C parent? A C parent wants to be the kid's friend and parent sometimes. You can't do that. You can't do that. I tell my 4-year-old, I'm not your friend, I'm your mom. That's better than being your friend, because in life you lose friends. But you'll always have a mom whether I'm alive or I'm not. Okay? Being my child's friend is not my goal. Being friendly, teaching them what a friendship is, and teaching them how to be a friend. I can do that, but I'm never going to try to be their friend or their equal. Okay? That's where you get things twisted. A C parent also lets things slide. Okay? Too much. Okay? This child really is not getting the boundaries that they need because their parent is not setting it. Because why? They're too busy trying to be the friend. Okay? This child does adult things. This parent does adult things with kids, wants to hang out with kids, wants to throw the party at the house with kids, doesn't feel a need to discipline kids because they're aloof to what their kid has going on, what their kid's into, all of this stuff. They want the kids to have fun. Okay. Yeah, I know they did this, but they're kids. No. No, 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 no. What you don't give them boundaries for as kids and teenagers, they turn into adults who are just out here running wild. And then the authority is going to have to park them. You don't want that, especially if your kid is a different color skin tone other than white. You don't want authority to park them because it's going to be completely different. It's going to be a completely different treatment. You guys seen the news. You've seen the headlines on IG. You've seen the headlines on Instagram. You've seen the bills that are being passed with the quickness for POC. But when it comes to brown and black people, we're still trying to get a bill passed for, making lynching qualified as a hate crime. And you have 4 people in Congress that said, no, we don't think that's a hate crime. And then you have 16 people who just refuse to vote. And to me, lynching is a hate crime. It's obvious. Okay, you ain't got to be the smartest in the room to know that. But to have 4 people that says no in 2021 and to have 16 people in Congress say, I don't want to vote, that's like you saying, no, I don't think lynching is a hate crime. And that tells you the racism that the U.S. is still dealing with today. And if you want the authority to deal with your children and discipline your children outside your household because you want to be your friend and you want your kids just to have fun, that's a gamble you taking. And that's not a gamble I'm willing to take. Not on my children. So I'm not trying to be my child's friend. Okay, I'm trying to always be my child's parent and trying to be a better parent for tomorrow. Okay? You have to discipline your kids. Kids want to be disciplined. I wanted to be disciplined as a child. Okay? And the C parent does not know their children's real friends. The C parent is not teaching their children the fundamentals of being a good individual. They're giving them all the wants without the thought behind it, without the lessons. Okay? And you're going to have spoiled, entitled little human beings that are going to grow up to be adult villains. Okay? What's a B parent? Okay, these are my neck of the woods. Okay, we ain't perfect, but we getting up there. All right, a B parent to me is aware that they should spend more time with their children. They wait a little bit, sometimes too late to correct issues at home, but they get better next time. They check in on their children randomly, which is good and smart. They inquire about any problems or issues or ways that they can help with their children. Their children feel comfortable in talking to them. They know, how to discipline their children. They know when to have fun. They know when to relax. They know when to, be a little bit more nosy on what's going on. They're in contact with their teachers. They know their neighborhood friends. They know who they talk to on the phone. They set boundaries. I like a B parent, okay? It's not all the way strict, but it's structured, okay? There's boundaries here. All right. We're at the top. We're at the A grade parent. What is an A grade parent? An A grade parent has a balance of understanding, awareness of their kids and their personality. They teach their kid at home. They're emotionally available. They're also a disciplinarian. Financially, they're responsible when it comes to their kids' needs and wants. They teach their kids the value of $1. They're adventurous, they're spontaneous, they're balanced, meaning they can look at their children as individuals, parts of them, but not them. That is not me as a 12-year-old. That is not me as an 8-year-old. That is a different individual. And I'm supposed to pour into this individual until they can do for themselves. Okay? They set rules. They allow children to be children. They don't have them sitting on iPhones. Okay? They don't have them sitting on an iPad all day or playing a game all day. These kids know that they have responsibilities. They don't have to be told where they need to be at what time. They don't need to be told what grades are acceptable, what behavior is acceptable. They know it. Boundaries are set, okay? There's a time frame when you need to be in the shower, when you need to be out. I don't need to come in the house and there's trash all over the place. There's toys all over the place. You know how the house is supposed to look. There's a respect factor in the household of an A parent. There's peace in the household of an A parent. A parent knows how to carry themselves, does not embarrass their family, and they have children that do not embarrass them. Okay? An A parent is never worried about how their child acts when they leave their house. An A parent knows when, my child is acting a certain way at home and acting completely different in these streets. An A parent is aware of the fact that they're not perfect, their child is not perfect, and there's always room for a lesson. And there's a time and a place for everything. And an A parent is not set out in this world to embarrass their child for lessons. Okay, a lot of parents are on this, let me videotape me, holding you up or punishing you or doing all of this. Let me put you on YouTube and embarrass you for the world. I'm not on that. That will never be me. But an A parent knows that, okay, I gave you too much room for this. So this is what you're not going to have. This is what you will do. And this is what I expect. Okay? So, with all of these grades given, you have a choice as a parent. You can be an A parent, a B parent, a C parent, a D parent, or an F parent. Most people today choose the F problem. They choose the F problem because it's easy to not do nothing. It's easy to not show up. It's easy to not care. And it's easy to allow someone else to teach and raise your child because you don't want to. Or you're scared of how your child will come out when you're teaching because no one taught you the right way. No one taught you how to love your children. No one told you how to take care of yourself so you can take care of somebody else. And if you're a D parent and you're comfortable being a D parent, shame on you. If you're a C parent and you're comfortable being a C parent, shame on you. If we want our kids to grow and be better people, we have to keep being better parents. The moment we stop being better parents, we're letting our kids down, period. And I don't care if you're locked up. I don't care if you live in a different country. I don't care if you live in a different state. I don't care if, that parent giving you a hard time and you got to keep going to court every time you want to do something with your kid. Do it. Do it. Your child's worth it. The worst thing you could let your children feel is the fact that you gave up on them, you don't care, you don't want to show up, and they're not worth it. And most kids, all they want is your time. They don't need the Burberry shirt. They don't need the Jordan shoes every time. They don't need the gadgets when you come see them. They don't need you to take them to go buy a new toy when you come see them every 4 or 6 months. They need consistency. They need to know you care. They need to know they have boundaries. And they need to know somebody is willing to be right behind them if they feel like they can't. Support your kids, love your kids, and be better parents. What grade do you deserve? Gotta go. Thank you for listening to Cozy Room. Bye.
Bye.